hello there, and we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to a show. See ya, guys. Yeah, you're welcome to Real Talk. Yeah, with me, Tony Clark Gunner TV. And you know what? Yeah, uh, I've missed this kind of like solo runs. Yeah, kind of like spaces where I have to do shows alone and uh, of course, I want to start doing shows alone because some of these things, yeah, I'm hearing, from all these podcasters out there, yeah. I mean, it, it just makes it all necessary for me to just have my own time and just, spew my own words and just get my content out there and just, uh, 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 you know, talk my talk, because I'm not hearing what these people are saying clearly. Clearly, you guys know I'm a very, very opinionated personality. Yeah, I have my own opinions on various issues. Yeah, but again, it's all good. Today is Independence Day in Finland, down here, of course, where I reside. I'm also, a citizen of this country. So, of course, happy independence to Finland. And yeah, so no work. Of course, I do know that most of you in the UK, where most of my views come from, of course, of course, it's hustle and bustle day. I hear that, but I'm back, and you know what, yeah, guys, yeah. I can see AFC always in the charts. Big ups to you, AFC always. Thanks for joining me. He says, Tony, big up, bro. AFC always. I saw you on my watch along with Waffle TV. Man, big respect to you, man. Thanks for always showing my channel love. I won't forget this, man. I won't forget this. Thanks for always showing up and helping me out here, man. Big ups to you, AFC always. And of course, it's not just for you showing up, it's also about your input. I really, really respect you as a footballing guy. And, as an Arsenal fan that demands more, I've always demanded more from this football club. Let's get this whole, Kool-Aid thing, sorted out. I always want more from this football club. I want us to advance. I've always been in that shout that, Arsenal deserve and needs a striker. I've always said that Mikel Arteta isn't the kind of guy like I would fancy for the job going forward. I've always said that, you know, I want us to win trophies. The manager's gone back to back, trying to get us trophies. But he's fall short in it. But again, that's a conversation for another day because Arsenal is just a slingshot away from actually, catching up with Liverpool, and I'm all good and I'm all here for it. Yep. So let's just see because I don't subscribe to tinkering with the manager when we're active in the season. So it's an active season right now. Even if we're to change any manager and get a world class manager into the football club, it has to be in the summer. But again, it's not all about the manager right now. But what it is right now is that Arsenal is winning games. Arsenal is, we're getting back into challenging for the title right now. So uh, that's where I want to concentrate on right now. And of course, that big win in the weekend, that's something I'll talk about. Um, Olabe, Roberto Olabe, uh, Sporting Director, who has worked in Real Sociedad, of course. Contract negotiations ongoing with him. We're talking a little bit about that. Of course, Manchester United legends and their salty, antics, post Arsenal versus Manchester United. We'll talk about that in a bit. And of course, I got my friend, my young friend. This guy is a friend of mine. Worked with him before. Otterman, is finished too. My young brother, Otterman. Big ups. He says, "How are you, mate?" See, Otterman, I'm fine. I know you sent me a couple of messages on Instagram. I'll get back to you on that. Just been a little bit more busy because I just came back from a holiday and stuff, and there's been a whole lot on my plate. So I get back to you, but thanks for joining me on my live order, man. It's nice to see you down here, man. And big ups. He says, "How you, mate?" And of course, AFC always is down here. Also, he says, "You're welcome, Tony." Yeah. So yeah, let's look into this Manchester visit to the Arsenal, man. I mean, we have to talk about it. Yeah. I mean, see, 2-0, good win for the Arsenal. You know, 2-0 is a good win for the Arsenal. I won't lie about that. We'll get into how we scored the whole goals, yeah, but the space I am in right now is when you're going for the title, there will be bumps along the way. Yeah, there'll be bumps along the way. There'll be times where you won't necessarily like perform optimally. There'll be times you won't, you know, get to pass the ball around cohesively. There are times when your attack will look stiff. There are times when your number nine striker, of which we don't even have a striker at Arsenal, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we can talk about Kai Havertz and what he's doing in beats, but again, Kai Havertz isn't a striker in it. He's more of a midfielder. To my own understanding, he's not a striker. And it doesn't matter how much Mikel Arteta, uh, you know, motivates Kai Havertz, push him into certain positions to to be our number nine. It's clear he's not a number nine. We're just getting the best out of him. I mean, and his best is this. So, you know, Arsenal's attacking qualities didn't really show in that the United matchup. The energy I was going into that matchup with was that of like if if Manchester is visiting the Arsenal, we have to smash them because I actually feel like we're levels above Manchester United. I feel we have more quality players. Big ups to Jordan. Jordan LFC, big ups to you. How you doing, Jordan? Jordan, you dropped points against Newcastle. See, we'll talk all about that, man, because I have some of your, YouTube legends, yeah, Liverpool legends, yeah. I mean, Mons and the likes of them handing the title to Liverpool in December. I mean, Jordan, we have to talk all about that later on. But big ups to you guys, yeah. And AFC always says something, says, Man United legend moaning about our set pieces. They weren't moaning when Manchester United scored 2 goals from corners in the Champions League final in 1999. I mean, AFC always just, I mean, you just laid it up there. You know, it's bare for them to see. But again, we'll go back to that. We'll go back to that. I just want to touch a little bit on this visit from Manchester United to London. And then yeah, you could see even in the first half, yeah, of that game, Arsenal never really kicked up into the gear that I felt we normally get into, mostly at home. If this was an away game, and statistically, our first half ball possession was 40% to the Arsenal on home turf. And then Manchester United were having about 60% of the ball possession at a point in the first half. I mean, Arsenal are fast starters, with that kind of team that always want to keep possession of the ball, at least for the first 10, 20 minutes. We're always trying to find ways. We have our midfielders holding the ball in the middle of the park. But again, and that's why I do think, yeah, that Amorim is a world-class manager, in my own opinion. I mean, the way he set up against Arsenal. I mean, having lost Lisandro Martinez, who was a very, very big part of Manchester United season in terms of what he's brought to that team defensively. I'm not even going by maybe previous season since Lissandro Martinez made that move to Manchester United. I'm just talking about just the season alone. I mean, Manchester United, I don't think they've conceded more than 9 goals this season. At Manchester United as a team collectively this season. So they did have a more better record coming into this Arsenal game defensively. So, and that's even if Ten Hag was there. And of course, we do know that Amorim is a kind of coach that likes keeping it a little bit kind of compact. I mean, in the way he sets up nicely defensively. He's that kind of guy. But the way he choked the midfield, and I'm also afraid of this going forward. Yeah, because I really do think that many teams last season in the second half of the season actually figured out how to actually close out Arsenal, mostly with our running wing backs and mostly with our inverted wing backs. That's one, uh, uh, and our and our midfield per se. They kind of like just figured it out how to kind of like double up on Bukayo Saka, double up on Martin Odegaard, and physically trump him off the ball, and that really shocked our season in the second half of the season where we're losing games to teams like Southampton or West Ham and even Fulham in some cases anyway. But again, let's throw all that away. And then I saw the same trait, yeah, with Amorim's setup day before yesterday. He set up to actually kind of like truncate what Arsenal got going on. The midfield was just choked. Those spaces through which um, Martin Odegaard would definitely make use of, he completely shut it down. There was no movement from the Arsenal. We weren't mobile at all in that first half. We weren't moving, and at times when we got the ball, we weren't moving the ball quicker because in this kind of case, when you have Manchester United coming, coming down to the Emirates, uh, you need to understand how to pass the ball quicker. Mostly in the first 10 minutes, when you get the ball, you pass it quicker, and you get the ball to our more dangerous players like Martin Odegaard. Get the ball to him; he'll find spaces to move, and of course, when you have Thomas Partey, who also aids the movement of the ball in the middle of the park, and we have Bukayo Saka who could actually make those dip dashing runs to the right and cut in into their own half. I mean, we didn't see all that day before yesterday when Arsenal played against Manchester, in the clearest of forms. And that's for a reason. Amorim chucked the midfield. They were with the ball most of the time, but it was most of all in their own half. For me, that's negative ball possession, if I might say. They were just passing the ball in their own half. They didn't really wanted to just try something. I mean, just try something more different, try something more unique. Uh, uh, you know, Offensively, they had nothing to actually offer up front. But again, I really did think that from open play, they stifled Arsenal's attacks. They stifled Arsenal's counter attacks when Arsenal did have counter attacks. They defended properly, and of course, those are hallmarks of an Amorim team. And you know, Amorim is an enviable manager. I mean, that guy. I mean, I heard he hasn't lost a league game in about 12 months or something like that. I mean, um, um, at Sporting Lisbon, 18 months they've gone in that league without without losing. I mean, at home. And Arsenal went down there and busted that record open. But again, throw that all away. Yeah, I mean, this was Amorim's first loss to Mikel Arteta side. Of course, they've previously met in the Champions League, but uh, the way he set up, yeah, I don't feel he had enough quality to cost Arsenal any harm offensively. Did he come close? With a few chances here and there, of course. Dalot came close a bit. When his long range shot, just rattled the post a little bit. There was a header from Delic. I mean, that header from Delic to actually pull, a full stretch save from David Raya. Those were chances that would have gone in also. But again, Arsenal on the day, you know, actually had lots of chances to actually make it like 5, 6 goals on the day. On a different day against another team. I mean, Arsenal would have had at least 5, 6 goals at the back of the net against that team. There were some couple of saves from Onana. They pretty tight at the back. It's so hard for Arsenal to score through open play. I give all that to Amarim, but these are the fine margins, and these are the areas that this manager needs to step up in. You know, uh, try and create more situations where in open play we can be able to hurt these teams more. We'll talk all about the set piece stuff. Yeah, I mean we'll definitely get into that, but I just want to see Arsenal like carve teams open. Mostly when teams try to frustrate us, we look a little bit jittery. We look a little bit out of ideas. Mostly when Martin Odegaard has been trumped out of the game, and that's a serious, serious problem for the Arsenal. We need to find ways, in order to bypass, you know, these teams that just want to stifle Martin Odegaard and throw him out of the game. Bukayo Saka, for some reason, wasn't really at his best on a day, and that's why I'm clamoring for this manager to kind of like sparingly know when to bring in or ring in the changes when it comes to Arsenal uh, 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 playing this kind of games, mostly midweek games. It took so long before Mikel Arteta could actually. Of course, we all know he's more of a reactive manager these days. Trying to understand what the opposition is trying to do and being a little bit more reactive before he makes certain changes. I mean, now these games are coming in thick and fast. We have Manchester United, I think, twice in over a month and a half. So, uh, you know, we have Monaco in the Champions League. We have Fulham, in the league this Sunday. These games are coming in thick and fast, and we should understand how to rotate, these players so that that fatigue and burnout won't just engulf this team. That's something we need to do, and we need to do it in a very, very efficient way. So Mikel Arteta has to, watch on that one. But Bukayo Saka looked a little bit, under the weather in that matchup. Declan Rice, yeah, I know TJ, on my show in Sarcasm TV, said that Declan Rice, had an over the top performance, but I still think it was a little bit average in a way. Yeah, he had that man of the match uh, display, right? But it wasn't really something over the top in it. I mean, our midfield didn't really like totally, totally defeat Manchester United in the middle of the park. They caused problems when they choked out Martin Odegaard. He was even missing in spells in that game. So but again, it seems like Arsenal have gotten enough wins, yeah, against Manchester United. I mean, four in a row, in the past three seasons, yeah. I mean, um, it's hmm, I think we've had enough wins against Manchester United over the past season, and then we've totally forgotten what it means to be in a rivalry with these people. Like, it- this is a big game. I mean, they've dropped off over the years, yeah, but it's a big game regardless. So, you know, the energy we come with into this kind of games has to be 100. Uh, Even if Manchester United have dropped off, I still think they're a bit dangerous. And with this manager that they've got right now, I think going forward, Manchester United will be a plucky team to play against. I mean, over the years, yeah, with bigger rivals like Manchester City and Liverpool, they've always been doing Manchester United dirty over the seasons, yeah. But with Amorim back and with the kind of display he had over Arsenal midweek, I, I actually think this Manchester United will pluck points away from teams down the road this season. I mean, they could take away points from Manchester City, even in that matchup reverse fixture against Liverpool. I mean, this Manchester United, going by how they defended against Arsenal and how they choked up that midfield, they could take away points from Liverpool in the reverse fixture. I mean, I'm just saying, uh, with how they were set up in that game against Arsenal. Now, going into this topic where we have Manchester United legends talking smack about Arsenal and our set piece. I mean, let's just take a while, yeah. Let's just take a moment and herald Luka Jovic. I mean, the the set piece coach. I mean, Arteta can as well just resign and leave it all to the set piece coach. I mean, he's looking good. How about that? That's the 12th man on the touchline. I mean, how many times, yeah, will Arsenal dramatically truncate defenses, yeah, put them out of position, outmuscle them, yeah, constructively ham the vision of opposition goalkeepers. I mean, this is a cheat code you know, that has completely transformed the way Arsenal play. And kudos to Luca, man. I mean, what he has done, yeah, for this Arsenal team, it should be something that should not only be heralded but actually studied. Because if Arsenal doesn't get goals through open play, of which last season we saw many of those occasions where Arsenal struggled to actually get goals against blocker teams, like Brentford, like Aston Villa, like uh, uh, you know, all these teams that could just throw you off balance, like Brighton and all these teams here. And we did see last season where set pieces, just helps us out. This season we've started from where we left last season in set pieces again. But this time now it's 2.0, it's reloaded. I mean, Arsenal is scoring with their heads, with their legs, with their bodies. I mean, that William Saliba is scoring with his bum. I, I mean, let's take a chill pill. Yeah, I mean, this set piece cheat code is really putting opposition teams to the sword. If Arsenal, it's more like a penalty. It's more like a penalty. Like I saw every emotion, yeah, every facial expression from Amorim at every instant where Arsenal had corner kicks. You know, he knew it that the flurry of corner kicks that Manchester United were just dishing out in a platter of gold for the Arsenal. He knew was gonna, you know, bite them, and it did. It did. It really did. And just his facial expressions just shows you how much, how much a worry Arsenal's set piece situation is really harming and putting these teams in in suicide watch. I mean, they don't have any answers for Arsenal's late flurry when we're actually going for the killer, with these set pieces. They don't understand how to literally take out this guy. They don't know if they should go on man marking. They don't know if they should go zonally out marking this guys. You know, when Arsenal have this set pieces, and yeah, man, you just have to credit the the set piece coach, man. That guy's doing lots, and I just want us to find advanced positions in um in recreating what we have right now, with those set pieces. Find more advanced means of actually making it a certainty to get like maybe an out of five corner kicks. Make sure two or one goal is scored. Like, perfect the craft. I mean, all these rival fans here would say is dark art, but how much of dark art is scoring from corner kicks? Like, how is that dark art? I mean, it's easy for Manchester United legend. Yeah, I mean, we have Gary Neville, you know, spewing lots of hatred over Arsenal's set piece situation. You know, he's better. You can see he's a very sadistic individual. I mean, he called out the set piece coach for Arsenal and said that he must be the most annoying guy in the whole of football. I mean, this statement here from Manchester United legend, even when they should be neutral pundits, yeah. I mean, there should be limits, through which you should make those kind of comments, or those kind of disparaging statements. Even if Arsenal's a big rival of your former team, at least there should be some certain form of decorum when explaining, to the public, uh, about how Arsenal is scoring through corner kicks. Last time I checked, it has nothing to do with the dark art. It has everything to do with football, and there's nothing dark about scoring through corner kicks. I mean, it's part and parcel of the game. I mean, if it's an external factor, maybe the dark arts and actually delaying play, the dark arts and actually truncating movement here and there. Don't see is in the chat. Don't see, how you doing, man? How you doing? Hope you're okay. Don't see, I would send the link to you. If you can pop in, it would be nice, man. It would be nice. Coming, let me just uh get it into the chat. Coming. Let me see if I could post something into the chat. Yeah, let me post. Yeah, don't see. I just posted. See you guys. Yeah, I mean, you guys can join me. Anyone who wants to come and have a chat can come in. And yeah, Don T says it's popping in. You know, Don T to be nice to have you down here. And Don T's in the chat says, "Big up Tony." And Don T says, "K bro, send it." Yeah, I've sent the link is in the charts. And of course, you know, any gooner can try and join me if they like. I mean, how much of dark art is corner kicks in football? I mean, we have this. I mean, Gary Neville should know more. I mean, it took a lot of corner kicks for Manchester United. They scored. No one called it the dark arts. No one said that. You know that Alex Ferguson, you know, had dark arts in. I mean, bro, the criticism Arsenal is getting. I mean, we had former Manchester United legend, uh, of which I classify more as a Tottenham legend. Yeah, I mean Dimitar Berbatov opening his mouth. Yeah, after that Arsenal Manchester United game and declaring that Arsenal is the new Stoke City. I mean the disrespect doesn't end. I mean, a couple of years ago, yeah, when these guys, yeah, were smashing up the Arsenal, beating us up, maiming us, you know, making our team look weak. I mean, they all called us weak. They all called us a one-trick pony. I mean, I heard Arsenal was called everything that related to weakness. Yeah, hollered at us. Yeah, and now that Arsenal is doing something a little bit more bigger, something a little bit more dipper, you know, they want to open their mouths and criticize the way we get goals and criticize the way we play. And I mean, if it was Manchester City, yeah, that devised this means to score goals, I mean, it would be a Pep Guardiola genius. I mean, let's get this right, yeah. It will be Pep Guardiola genius, the best thing that has ever happened to the Premiership, the best manager that has ever brought in any kind of innovation in Premier League history. I mean, this fan base, yeah, I mean, this new fan base actually just throwing away the legacy of Alex Ferguson to accommodate what Pep Guardiola has done in this league. I mean, I'm not here yet. Okay, I think we have done C down here. Have to add him in. Yeah, Don C is here. Yeah, Don C is here.
Yo, what's going on, bro? You good?
People.
Finally, finally.
My guy is
I'm having it.
here. See you
Yeah,
guys, yeah. I had a show with this brother, man, ever since, and that was on Sarcasm TV. Of course, I
yeah,
always did see him most of the time in the charts, and he's always very sensible, you know,
yeah,
in most of his you know, in his football ideas that I've seen. And apart from that, man, of course, is a mature person in terms of how he talks and how he puts his point forward, man. And ever since I met this brother, man, it's always been good energy. See, yeah, welcoming on his debut on my
thank you.
channel, no other person
Thank
than Don C from the heart, my brother, man.
Oh,
You're welcome to the show.
thank
It's
you,
all
bro.
love for
Thank
you
you. I
down here, man. Big ups. He gets a po
thank
po
you.
po po po. Welcome, Don C, man. How you doing, man? Talk to these people,
Yeah, I'm
brother.
good, man.
You've been on
Yeah,
holiday for some time.
yeah,
You've been on holiday. I've seen you with the missus, enjoying life, praising God and
thank you.
everything, man. Big up to you, man. Talk to these people, man.
Thank you. Yeah, no, no. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations, you boy. Yeah, because you've joined the married, you've joined the married circle. That's what I'm saying. So
Thanks,
it's
brother.
like it's a beautiful moment. Yeah, but it's beautiful. It is what it is. Like you know me. I'm all about love and respect and all of that. And you always show me the
Mhm.
love. You always show me the respect. So big up you, Tony. Thank you for having me on your show. I can't be here for long because I'm at work. As you can see, I'm in my booth
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
my booth at work. So it's like I'm just trying to show you some love quickly, and then I got to bounce out. But
Yeah, definitely,
30,
man.
yeah. Let's get down to the
Yeah,
30, yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Man City, Man City fans that are calling for Pep out, I think they're spoilt little brats, right?
Mm.
He's won about 12, I think it's 12 trophies that he's won for them. Yeah, in the years that
Mm-hmm.
he's been there, for the 8 or 9 seasons that he's been there. Like he put you lot on the map. He made you lot relevant. You lot wasn't relevant before that. Okay, you want something with Mancini and Pellegrini, yeah, fair enough. But you're still that Man City that were could have won something every 5 years to something that's guaranteed to win something every single season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pep for your club that if he has 1 or 2 bad seasons, that's allowed. This is what I'm saying. Let me put it in layman's terms to you lot. Yeah, Arteta won something in his first season, and they give him a new contract come September after winning nothing in 4 years. Pep Guardiola has won everything that football could bring him. Yeah, at Man City. The only time he didn't win anything was in his first season when Leicester won. Right. So you got to realize that people that are calling for this, Man City are going through a tough time. Do you know what? Yeah, Man City is okay. My thing is that if you got injuries, you should be able to replace them. But certain injuries are irreplaceable. It's like if
Irreplaceable.
Roger gets in, irreplaceable. I'd rather Rodri in my team than Haaland in my team because Rodri in the team can give a certain stability in the team. Yeah, that Man City can score. Yeah, without Haaland, they're still title favourites. Yeah, with or without him. Without Rodri, they come from title favourites, to title maybes, and we've seen it. This is what I'm saying. Like, I've never seen a team capitulate so much, right? Without having
So bad, man.
few of their players. And
I mean,
that's
they
the thing.
stank out the place. They stank out the place in seven games, no wins. But I mean, have you written off Manchester City in terms of winning this title? I mean, I've not written them off totally. But what I'm seeing out there is many people have written them off. Where are you on this? And shout out to here's DJ Gatti. Big up to you. Good afternoon, man. Hope you're okay. Yeah. Have you written Man City off from this title running?
I'll never write off Man City for anything because it's not Man City that I fear. It's Pep Guardiola. Because Pep Guardiola is a different sort of animal. Pep Guardiola will come out in January, have Edison playing as the new number 9, him scoring 10 season, and then it's like, wow. Because he's done it with John Stones, he does it so many times with so many different kind of players where it's like, okay, his greatest attribute and his downfall is that he's an overthinker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But overthinking has led him to have 12 cups in this bloody country. Has the greatest Barcelona teams we've ever seen. Because when I say Barcelona, we all know for me personally, Messi was the best player, but Messi is actually nothing without Iniesta. Iniesta is nothing without Xavi. Xavi is nothing without Busquets, and the list goes on. This is what I'm saying. When it comes to realize he's such a good manager, he could turn it around. And do you know what? Like I said, even if he doesn't win anything, you can't take away of what he's won previously.
Of
and
what he's
anyone
won.
that says that he's and anyone that says that they want him out, get rid of him. I'll take him. I'll take him over Arteta any day.
I'll take him over Arteta any time. But I mean, AFC always just said something here. He said Man City will spend big in January. I mean, are you of that school? Do you think they're going to spend big in January? Because I mean, it's good and okay, for you to say, hey, we have the money, we can go out and spend. But do you think there's that quality out there? I mean, even if there's that quality out there, I don't think any team will be that stupid enough to allow a player of any of that kind of ilk of Rodri to leave mid-season in January of all periods. I don't think that's possible. The only possibility they can do is maybe get in a Zubimendi. And I don't think a Zubimendi will want to make that change half season from Real Sociedad. He loves Spain to the Pope. I don't think so. Maybe of course, maybe in the summer. But I don't see teams releasing players of that quality by January. What do you think about that? Before we go into this Manchester United legend spewing hate on Arsenal and and of course, in the way we're scoring goals through set pieces. What do you have to say about that January transfer window for replacing Rodri?
I don't think Man City Pep has never really spent big on anybody. Yeah, when the price goes too high, he kind of like, you're not worth it. This is what I'm saying. It's like you're like a needy person, and I don't. Me personally, I I think he will buy an unknown. I don't say splash. What do you mean splash? Like 100 million on a player, 70 million,
Bro,
so
I mean, with what's happening, they need a splurge in the market, innit? I mean, when you current champions, yeah, and you haven't won a game in 7 game stretch. I mean, something is systematically and structurally wrong with that team, and the only sensible way to actually get anything going for you is to tap into into the transfer window big
no.
time. They
You
need
see,
a big splash in the market in January.
no, but the thing is, I don't think they need that. Should tell you why? Because they've won so many things previously. They can have an off season and they spend 100 to 150 million on a player just to get them at your club to still win nothing. I would say they're going to splash big in the summer. Yeah, because like I said, it's like when we're talking about Man City, we're not talking about Arsenal over the last few years. We're not talking about Chelsea or this team has won 4 on the bounce, and in that time they've done 2 doubles and 1 triple. Yeah, 2 doubles and 1 triple. Are you listening to that? So they can have a bad season and not spend nothing, still get top 4. So they're in and around where they want to be, and then instead of spending, like I said, 50 million in the summer, they'll get the same player for like 50, 60, 70. This is what I'm saying. There's a massive difference because he's not Arteta, yeah. He's not Amarin. Yeah. They don't need to make a statement. They don't need to make a point, yeah. And I reiterate myself again. They can have an off season to do it. This is what I'm saying because we know that they're going to come back next season bigger and better. Yeah. Plus, they've still got this little bit of the 115 charges, so they don't want to go out and provoke anyone because there's so much things that's going on behind the scenes here at Man City, like where Labour Party are trying to get the state-owned clubs, clubs out of the country, and because there's so much going on, I don't think that they're willing to jeopardize anything for not having a title. They're the only team, They're the only top 2 teams in Europe that can afford not to win anything, and still be classed as great in the last 7 years. They're the only team that can do that, So if he doesn't, I don't think he will. But if he doesn't, I understand why they didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Good. Just please, just before you, because I know you'll soon be going. But again, Manchester United legend. Salty post Arsenal versus Manchester United game. Yeah, I mean, I've not seen the amount of saltiness, in these beans. And of course, I don't like anything about Gary Neville. Yeah, I don't like the guy. I mean, see, man, I'm not this kind of guy that throw hate at people. I like everyone, unless you show me or give me a reason not to like you. And Gary Neville is that kind of being. I see this guy as a sadistic human being. He has no peace in his heart. He has hate for the Arsenal in his heart. I mean, it's good and okay, for you to be a legend, of a football club, that hates Arsenal. I get that, but at least there should be a line. There should be some lines drawn, and he crossed that line yesterday again when he was saying that Arsenal's set piece coach is the most annoying guy, I mean, in the whole of football right now. I mean, see, it's good and okay for him to make that kind of statements, no problem. But from a neutral standpoint, man, I mean, Manchester United were having lots of dark art moments during the reign with Sir Alex Ferguson. No one called it the dark arts. I mean, even Dimitar Berbatov, former Manchester United legend, I actually take him as a Tottenham legend per se. I mean, comes out yesterday, post-game Arsenal versus Manchester United, and says that Arsenal are the new Stoke City of the league. I mean, this constant disrespect, don't see, from this former legend of Manchester United, just because they couldn't bamboozle Arsenal and put Arsenal to the sword, and suddenly we've become Stoke City we've become, the most annoying team in the league. I mean, man, you have to lend your voice to this, man. What do you think about this? Former Manchester
Oh, first,
United glory
okay.
hunters.
First and foremost,
Chasing Arsenal
yeah.
everywhere.
You see, I respect what Gary Neville's done in football, but as a pundit, he talks like a fan. He talks like a fan. I could say this, you could say this, yeah. But when someone is talking to the millions, and I mean millions, shout out to The Rock for that phrase, yeah. They need to be more like they need to, instead of giving your honest opinion. I can understand Berbatov, because Berbatov is not in the media space like that. Yeah, Gary Neville should know better. You see what I'm saying? And now I'm not going to give them, man, there any airtime. So fuck them. Yeah. Let's get down to the real nitty gritty. Yeah. I was at the Arsenal match on Monday. Yeah. We had 13, yeah. We had 13 shots. Right. We had 13 corners. Yeah. We had 6 shots on target. Right. We had 5 blocked shots. Yeah. These are some statistics for you.
Stats guy giving you the stats, man.
Okay. Let me show you something. Yeah. If you know, okay, if you know that some of our we can score from corners. Yeah.
Definitely.
Throwing. Yeah. Try not to let it go out. Yeah. We've had only 7% of goals come from corners, yeah, last season, yeah, and we had a lot of goals, yeah. We was the second highest goal scorers in the league, but of them come from corners, yeah. The rest has come from open play. This is what I'm saying, yeah. People only say that. People are only saying that because they can't stop us. Okay, let me show you this, yeah. If I'm a boxer and we all know that I'm left-handed and my best punch is a hook, do you know what you're going to do? You're always going to block the hook, yeah? You're always going to stay away from it. Teams haven't figured out how to stop us. And that's what's bugging them, yeah? Because back in the day, yeah, let's check this, yeah? With the last few years of Arsene Wenger, we was soft in the middle, yeah? Then we weren't playing good football. Yeah? And now we're too tough and we're playing the dark arts, yeah? Do you know what? I've got something to say to you lot. Set pieces. Happy that we're scoring, because any of you rival fans, yeah, you would rather, okay, if Man United, if there's
I'm not hearing you.
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Can you hear me? If there's any out here, yeah, if there's any Man United fans out here, if you could have our set pieces, maybe you would have been in a plus, yeah, scoring goal for last season, yeah. You would have been only on 4 goals. No, sorry, 2 goals, yeah. You're just haters, yeah. Like I'm a person, right? I don't like most teams, but I hate Spurs, yeah. It's natural. I don't like Man United, but I respect the fact that they won. But let me show you something, yeah? You have to respect when a team is winning and the team is doing well. This is what I'm saying. I'm not one of those flip-flop fans that's going to say, do you know what, yeah, we're going to win the season now. We've got a lot of work to do, right? A lot of work to do. And we cannot rely on set pieces. But if there's a corner, yeah, and a chance for us to score, I will take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're not always going to score those goals from outfield plays. There's a reason why there's corners, because it's an advantage for you, and you're supposed to use that. When Stoke City had an advantage as a throw-in, I heard other teams say we'd rather kick it out to a corner. Yeah, because they were taking their advantage. Yeah, Haaland now.
Exactly,
man. Haaland. If you're up 3/3 of the pitch, and then what is it? De Bruyne or Rodri puts the ball over the top. You know. Yeah. So you know that he's running. Once he gets ahead of steam, he's gonna roll over whatever defender and score. Yeah. So that's his strong point. So you take that from him, yeah, like Saliba and Gabriel did, and he gives him nothing. Yeah. If you lot were good enough to take away our strong points, you lot wouldn't be whining and bitching like a little blood clot baby. Yeah. Your own teams and look on a way to stop us, right? Yeah. A way to stop the set piece FC, ole, and stop complaining and
set whining. Set piece marching. I don't care, man.
Like, and you know, Gary Neville, he should have no say about anyone's set pieces, because he's a failed manager. He was a great player.
He's a failed manager. I mean,
leave us alone. Leave us alone.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Quietly. The hate on Arsenal.
Yeah, bro.
Because I mean, a couple of years ago they were calling us softies. I mean, serial butlers. I mean, all kind. We still bottle anyway, no problem. But again, the attachment of weakness when it comes to Arsenal, weak-mindedness, one-trick pony. we can't score goals through alternative means. And right now we're doing this, and then these legends are coming out from their caves, yeah, and just spewing that Arsenal are playing anti-football, that we're practicing the dark arts. I mean, since when has corner kicks or scoring from corner kicks been, been an extended version of dark art? Corner kicks have always been a clear way of winning games. I mean, even Sir Alex Ferguson scored lots of goals from corner kicks, and no one attached the nomenclature dark arts to it. So I don't know. That's a bigger problem, my brother, man. Bigger one, man. But again, the last one before you go, Liverpool dropping points to Newcastle. It just makes the win against Manchester United more sweater, innit?
Bruv, it was beautiful. Do you know what, yeah? Honestly, like, you see this week, yeah? This week was perfect, yeah? It was like one of those perfect weeks where, like, we won, yeah? And we didn't just win. We beat Man United because when I heard a few people saying, yeah, let me show you something. If you rewatch the game, yeah, you realize the only reason why it was 50-50 on the percentage for each, yeah, was because all they did was play in front of us, play back to Maguire. Maguire played it to no. They did that so many times, yeah, so many times. Rewatch the match, then you'll see that. But we got our identity, right? And if that was the case, if they played so well, how comes they only had 6 shots with 3 on target? Yeah, one was from Delit, yeah. One was from Delit, which was a good chance, but the keeper, I think he made.
They had only 2 shots on target. Actually, it was only 2 shots on target they had all game.
Yeah,
Arsenal had about 6 anyway.
So it was poor. Yeah, from them. You're saying that they played well. Look, right. We were supposed to beat them because if we didn't beat them, we're showing the world that not Man United are good. It's just that we're won that game. Like my prediction was 1-0 just because it's still Man United regardless, but I knew we was gonna win. Yeah, this game was a lot easier than I expected just because we was in like neutral 1.5 gears. Yeah, we didn't really turn up nothing, but yet we still scored, and we could have scored. If Trossard would have shot quicker, if Odegaard would have shot quicker, if Havertz would took his chances, yeah.
If Declan Rice even scored the goal, the chance that was given to him. I mean, there was a clear true ball that Odegaard sent to Kai Havertz. And this is why we need a striker. He fluffed his lines on that one. Manchester United would have been maimed like 5 to 6 goals on the day.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And look at Partey chance, yeah. Prime chance, right? But
Continue.
I'm just happy for the win. I'm just happy for the win. I'm sorry. I've got like 1 minute to go. Yeah,
that's
what the score could have been. Yeah, I'm just so grateful that these men put Man United and even though it's against Amarin, and do you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna shit on Man United too much just because like we was once there, and I see what Amarin is trying to do. Yeah, but we should have won that game. It's to that underdogs. We will come to that as favourites, yeah? And it's nice to go against Man United as favourites and to play the way we did and still beat them. Because it shows us that we don't always need to play great to get the W's. And when it comes down to it, all I care about is the 3 points. I don't care what they got to say about the set piece. This set piece FC team, yeah, wins us a trophy that I could be proud of. Do you know what, yeah? I'll get a fucking Arsenal top saying set piece FC ole right at the back. That's what I'm saying. Just to take the piss. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, Don C in the building, guys. Don C, please tell these people where they could find you, man. Me and Don C will be having a new show. I'll be discussing that with him. We'll be having a new show quite soon. So, guys, keep a listening ear on that one. Don C, talk to these people. Where can they find you, brother?
Do you know what? Yeah, you can find me all over the place. Like right now, I'm not signed to anyone. I'm just like a free agent. Like you see me on the Tony show. You can see me on Flawless's show. Like you always see me every Monday talking about Ish with Flawless. You know what I'm saying? You might see my Mud Brothers at once or twice. And I'm in talks with Sheiks about doing a show with him and so forth. So just keep on looked into the familiar, and you'll see me about. You always see me in the comments because I like to show love to everyone. And man, like I'm there, I'm everywhere. But
everywhere.
Last thing to say, like and subscribe, yeah, and peoples, yeah. Arsenal, yeah, we have to win something because if Arsenal win nothing this season, yeah. All of you, even if you're a positive fan, Arteta needs to get out because there's no process no more. There's no
Mhm.
progress anymore. Love and
We need to win.
respect, yeah, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah. Big ups, Don C,
Bless up.
man. Always love from here, man. Catch you soon, brother. See, that's Don C, man. Yeah, and see, there's a big difference. I mean, with Don C on the channel, yeah. I mean, the guy's I mean, he has his own opinion. See, this is what I like, yeah, when it comes to pundits, yeah. Just have your own voice. I mean, you don't have to carefully regurgitate what other people are saying. You don't have to have this crowd mentality. I mean, have your own opinion on different issues. That's my respect. You know, for people like even Flawless. Flawless isn't the kind of guy that would you know that would that would go by crowd mentality. Is that kind of pundit that would say what he believes and argue it till the end. You know, I like those kind of people, and that's why I'm working consistently at Sarcasm TV. Of course, his views is his views. You know, they might not necessarily be mine. You know, but again, he's opinionated, and he believes what he believes, and he says it. You know, all these other pundits just go by crowd mentality on every issue. You know, look at Don C. You know, he came up here, he gave his, you know, he just said what's on his mind about what's going on, and these are the things you know that we Arsenal fans should also go by. Yeah, I mean, Mikel Arteta hasn't been the best of managers, to be very sincere with you, but it doesn't mean you wouldn't herald an Arsenal win against Manchester United, one of our biggest rivals. I mean, these are the fine margins, these are the thin lines. We always know that Manchester United is a big game for the Arsenal. It doesn't matter whether they've dropped off. Manchester United is Manchester United. When you have a chance of playing against Manchester United, you better be beating them. That's what I want to see. You better be beating them. But again, yeah, Mikel Arteta, I know you've beaten Manchester United. You're the first manager to beat Manchester United 4 times in a row. But I mean, this individual fits, yeah. I mean, you posted a win in Arsenal's 2000 game in the league. I mean, a 2000 win in the league. But again, all these are just records, yeah. Mikel Arteta, you, you have to win the big one. I mean, you have to win this season. Uh, See, there's no magic. There's no trick pony on this one. There's no, hiding, swerving. You need to win the league. You need to win this league. And despite Liverpool being where they are, I don't respect. I don't respect it because they've not given me enough evidence in terms of they've not won enough Premier League titles in the new school era to convince me that they have the title cojones to actually go on this incredible run without dropping points. And if we're to go by the past 2 seasons, what has happened, Arsenal has gone back to back with Man City. So if Man City is having that drawback because of one of their most important talisman is missing, then Arsenal should be in the shots for this league title this season. So I mean, I literally see Liverpool dropping. I mean, they have Everton this weekend. See, guys, yeah, it's the Merseyside derby. Anyone who thinks that form doesn't go out the window in the Merseyside derby is drunk. I literally think you're drunk if you don't think that Everton will fancy the chances playing against Liverpool in the weekend. I mean, Sean Dyche here will be licking his lips and locking his fingers, seeing what happened against Newcastle. He'll literally lick his lips and wobble his fingers, seeing what happened to Liverpool. I mean, defensively, see. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah, I had a chat with Mont on Sarcasm TV I think that was on the same day Arsenal was to play Manchester United, and and we had a conversation. And of course, Mont is someone I really do respect. I mean, he's been on my channel a couple of times. He's blessed my channel down here, and I respect him. Nothing but respect. I put him in the leagues of, you know, of the big leagues, and when it comes to YouTube, footballing knowledge and whatnot, he's up there. To me, Mont is top four, top five. I mean, I really respect this guy. But again, man, it's funny when someone you respect and put on that pedestal comes up on a show, yeah, in Sarkison TV, a bigger, much more bigger platform, than I have down here or than many other people have, in this space, and declares that Liverpool has got this title in the bag. I mean, for months, that kind of person that I respect and put on that kind of pedestal to utter those words, man. I mean, it really hurt me. It really hurt me. I compare those kind of situations to Mike Tyson boxing out with that twat last month, you know, and where Mike Tyson was just getting a bit down, yeah, and the kind of emotions and pity I had. That's the same way I I had pity on Mont, seeing legends, that you look up to, spewing this kind of things that Liverpool has already gotten the league in the bag at December. I mean, it doesn't make sense. After he made that comment, Liverpool goes down to Northumberland and draws against Newcastle. They have the Merseyside Derby coming up this weekend. I mean, all form goes out the window. And I'm still saying this. Konate is a very, very big part of that Liverpool army. Is a very, very big part. Kwanzaa can be the guy to bail them out. Gomez can be the guy to bail them out. Konate is the big dog in that defense. I mean, everyone would like to, I mean, Herald Van Dijk as the best thing that has ever happened to Liverpool. But in some incendiary spaces, the connection with him and Van Dijk recreates that centre back partnership, that we've seen over the years in bigger clubs that have won the title over the years. But now, when there's a drop off with Konate out of that centre back pairing for Liverpool, it becomes stinky. They become thirsty. And again, that's why they considered 3 goals. And no one, I mean, see, let's take a pause here. No one is actually talking about the 3 goals being conceded by Liverpool. They're all talking about, oh, they had comeback. They had a comeback. Oh, they had a comeback. Oh, they look good. Salah had an equalizer. Oh, Salah got them nearly to win the game. But no one is actually saying or talking about their defensive deficiencies now that Konate is out. I mean, immediately he's out of that team and they're pumped by 3 goals by Newcastle. We're talking of a Newcastle team that was piped seriously by West Ham United, that Arsenal smashed up on home turf 5 goals to 2. I mean, make this make sense. Make this make sense. Yeah, make this make sense. And no one, completely no one, is talking about Liverpool's deficiency now that one player is out of the equation in Konate in the defense, and they are here shipping goals against Newcastle that was beaten black and blue by West Ham. I mean, and by a team that Arsenal bit black and blue in on home turf 5 goals to 2. I mean, make sense of it all. And no one is talking about it. And this is what I'm talking about Liverpool. This is what I'm saying. Liverpool will drop off from this fairy tale title push they're talking about by February. It will all be over. It will all be over. I know why I'm saying this. Gravenbach will be injured in a couple of games. Let's don't get it twisted. We're acting right now on a safe Gravenbach Yeah, he's one of their best midfielders. I hear you. But again, we've also totally thrown out the window that Gravenberch is also an injury-prone player. Imagine losing your best midfielder, yeah, and you're in a title push. Imagine you're missing your biggest midfielder right now in Gravenberch. Imagine you're missing Konate in that same team. I mean, that centre back pairing of Virgil van Dijk and Konate is a strong one. At least we've seen what has happened with that Konate in the last match, in it. Throw that all away. We still know that Salah will still go missing in some couple of games, yeah? I mean, the fatigue was set in, his age was set in. I mean, they will double up on him in some cases. Uh, You know, he has his contract issues lingering on. I mean, Liverpool don't want to. I mean, how can you say you have the most lethal winger in whole of the league and is out here begging for a new contract? I mean, make that make sense. Yeah, he has his contract issues lingering, and I don't think Liverpool will give him a contract before the January transfer window. So in the space of 2, 3 weeks, you can start talking to external teams on the team. You should start moving, and no one, completely no one, none of these YouTube pundits are actually talking about these things. Yeah, I mean, all they were talking about is Arsenal's cheat code. All they're all talking about is Arsenal's set piece marching and one trick pony when it comes to corner kicks, and they're losing the plot on what's really going on. And while we're at it, yeah, bickering about what's going on, Chelsea is still in the march on Manchester City i- in the shout for the title of the season. I mean, look at what they have. They even have more goals. I mean, pause, guys, pause. Chelsea have more goals than Liverpool this season. I mean, make that make sense. Make that make sense. And no one, completely no one is actually putting Chelsea in that title position or in that title perspective, despite the manager coming out and saying, you know what, yeah, we're not in the title race. Uh, 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 we don't have the quality to take us there. No, Mr. Man, you're in a title race. You're second in the league, and the last time I checked, this is the Premiership. Yeah, it's a Premiership. It's a Premier League. When you're second in this league, you're in a title push. You are in a title push. So I don't care whatever Marasco is saying. Chelsea is in a title push. So why aren't these pundits giving credit to what Chelsea is doing right now and being in that same picture and being in that perspective and in that conversation that they're in a title push right now with Arsenal? And I've not even written off Manchester City from winning this title yet. That's how bad it gets. Because if Arsenal drew against, lost, sorry, against Manchester United, tap, tap, boom, easy. Manchester City would have gazumped Arsenal on that day. It's simple. It's simple. So, see, man, people, let's just hope that Arsenal do their thing, yeah. Um, and again, Roberto Olabe. I mean, Arsenal have had series of discussions, yeah, with Roberto Olabe. See, yeah, maybe maybe a very very quiet and unknown personality in the football space, but he is really 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 done one or two things in bringing back Real Sociedad to where they belong actually. Yeah, um, Real Sociedad. I mean, um, came came back in and set aside a 30-year trophy drought with Olabe down there. I mean, he had a hand in bringing Mikel Arteta into the football club Real Sociedad. And mind you, while he was still the sporting director at Real Sociedad, I think Isaac was actually there in Real Sociedad. He had spells. Martin Odegaard had spells down there. And I mean, Martin Zubimendi, another name Arsenal have been looking at, is also down there. And again, with Olabe's close ties to Spanish football, Arsenal might just, be at the verge of something big. Mind you, Arsenal is still looking at Williams to come down to the Emirates also. So uh, with Roberto Olabe's extensive knowledge about the Spanish market, I think this would be at Arsenal's advantage if we have him in. But again, I would have liked someone with more footballing pedigree, someone who have actually played uh, uh, to legendary status in a football club, maybe even a former legend. But to be at the elms of affairs in terms of our sporting director position. But this Olabe guy is a relatively quiet figure, and I think Arsenal needs a more vocal kind of person that will come in and change a whole lot of things. Eddie came in and stank out the place. For me, he didn't do quite well. He hasn't gotten Arsenal to a Premiership title, so that means for me he failed at Arsenal. Edu didn't perform well. Yeah, there's been recruitment here and there, some good, some bad, but the bad recruitments are the ones that take the center stage. I mean, he's recruited horrible, horrible players for this team. He's done horrible business also for this team. I mean, how much did we get? Yeah, we got a patent for what Emmy Smith Rowe is doing right now in our Fulham. I mean, look look at the credentials. Look at what he's pulling up out of his move for Fulham. Look at what he did. Yeah, the goals is actually their midfield anchor right now at Fulham, and Arsenal only got 35. That kid is nothing less than 50 million, 50, 60 million. What are we talking about? And it's English. And Edu letting go for about 35 million. I mean, these are atrocious businesses, yeah, done by this former sporting director. Yeah. That deal about one with one Brazilian, I don't know, that came in. I mean, he's now a forgotten name. Yeah, I mean, we would have gotten him for free, and then he went to give this Brazilian team some amount of money. I mean, lots of shameful, shameful businesses. Yeah, that have been done by Edu. We don't need a repeat of this crimes. Yeah, that Edwards, has done. He's left this team, I wouldn't say in a bad state, yeah, because we're still in the mix, of getting things done, yeah. But I mean, he's left us more. I mean, more less of winners. We've not won anything in it. So if you've not won anything, because I go by what you've won. If you want to talk to me about success, if you want to talk to me about progress, then show me your trophies. And Edu, as a sporting director, didn't get any of those. I mean, what are the numbers in terms of a major trophy? He never got us one. So that's why this recruitment of a sporting director is very, very important. But guys, yeah, let me know in the chat, yeah, if you think this Roberto Olabe guy is someone you know, we should really be talking to. I mean, I hear it. His old ties to Spanish football, his links with Real Sociedad and everything like that, man. I don't know. So yeah, guys, I just heard on the tabloid today that Chelsea is going head over heels in terms of recruiting Isaac from Newcastle, and they're readying 100 million. Guys, Chelsea's readying £100 million to go and gazump anyone, any rival that's coming up for Isaac from Newcastle. I mean, Isaac has made it clear that he wants to, win a major trophy later on. So that's a bigger, thing altogether. The player wants to leave. Whether or not that would add to the pressure for Newcastle to actually let him go for a lesser fee, is yet to be known. But at this stage, man, if Chelsea say they want a player, they always get that player. But again, I still think that Isaac will still look at the positioning down there at Chelsea. He might say, you know what, yeah, okay, I might have a bigger profile than Jackson, but Jackson is scoring goals, is looking more better, is athletic as I am. They'll be jostling for positions. But if he comes or makes that move to the Arsenal, he would he would he would corner that number nine position for himself because he's not just you know a number nine with credibility. And I mean, he has the numbers. He has the numbers, number one. He has the pedigree, number two. He has the whole trappings of being a favorable and efficient number nine for the Arsenal Football Club. So, you know, I'd fancy my chances of getting that guy. I mean, if Arsenal can splash out 65, almost 70 million pounds for Kai Havertz, I mean, we should be doing more in 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 actually getting Isaac from Newcastle ASAP. I mean, uh, go do the deal. Go do the deal. As for Gyökeres, yeah, of course, Gyökeres is good. Gyökeres is okay, but again, man, I don't know. Just get me a prolific striker. That's all I need. A prolific one. I would prefer the one that is more seasoned in the Premiership. Guys, you all know my bias for the Premiership. Yeah, I really do think that literally all these players from abroad have to come down here and prove themselves at the Premiership. So I would prefer an Isaac to all these Gyökeres, even to the only one that I would say, okay, doesn't need to prove himself here for me would be Victor Osimhen, because I do think he can come here and change things around, you know, and show himself a befitting number nine for the Arsenal. Because I mean, he's left Italy, he's left Napoli. He turned the tables out there in Napoli. Uh, Went to Galatasaray, and now look at he's actually completely gazumped in that league. He's shown it that he could do it away in another league. I mean, it's very possible that he could come to this league and continue where he is, you know, where he stopped from Italy and Galatasaray in Turkey. So you know, there'll be a big shot for him to come to Arsenal because of you know of what he does. You know, he scores goals and he knows the back of the net. He knows how to. He's a goal poacher. Let's put it like that. So you know, let's see what happens in that department. Arsenal has. I've got um Monaco coming up next week. We have to we have to prepare for that one. Again, fatigue setting in is one thing too, but let's see how that goes. Me and Josh will be having that discussion later this evening today. Um, yeah, man. You know, let's just see what happens. Airport Albrecht, the way I'm hearing it, is on the verge of extending its contract from now till 2027. So that's a big one. Yeah. So it shows that Mikel Arteta might not be leaving here until that time or something. So 2027, you know, Albrecht. Let's see how that happens. I'll definitely keep you abreast of what's going on. But Albert, I heard that that contract has been signed, sealed, and delivered. Is just to make it public. So let's see what that happens. Allegedly. So you know, let's see. I'll be back today with Josh Truguna and um. Hmm, this weekend, I might also have TJ come to the show this weekend. Also, the return of Ola, that would be um, on, I think, tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Probably maybe tomorrow, you know, or Sunday night, I don't know. But Deji Spores will be back here making his comeback on the Minority Report Reloaded. Yeah. And that'll be a very big and massive one. Yeah. He'll be back here on Sunday. Um, I think that'll be by 11 a.m. on Sunday in the morning, UK time. That'll be around 1 p.m. finish time. So you just have to wait for that one. Yeah, Deji Spores making his comeback on Sunday. Ola of the Fight Week show will be making his comeback too this week, probably maybe today or tomorrow. So we'll get clarity on that later on in the day. Come join me and Josh True 7 p.m. today, and let's cut in deep into what Fulham would bring in Arsenal's visit to the cottages. So I'm actually relishing that one. Let's see what happens. Another London derby, Arsenal on the road yet again to another London team. I mean, man, when was the last time a London team actually had one over us? Man, we'll be hearing all that from Josh True later on in the day. Thanks, people, for joining us today, and catch me up in the evening when I'm with Josh True. We're talking, uh, 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 you know, about Fulham, talking about this Manchester United debacle in terms of set pieces. We're talking about Liverpool and, of course, Monaco in the Champions League. Just join me and Josh True, 7 p.m. today. From me, everyone, Tony Clark on the TV. We are out. Peace, people. Peace.